Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Hartwell, the Mayor of Madison Heights, and I'd like to call this regular City Council meeting for the City of Madison Heights in order. Could we please have a roll call?
Mayor Pro Tem Bliss.
Here.
Councilman Clark.
Present.
Councilman Corbett.
Present.
Councilman Gettings.
Present.
Councilwoman Scott. Here. Councilman Soltis.
Here.
And Mayor Hartwell.
Yes, I'm here. Would everyone here please rise for the invocation, which will be given by Councilman Robert Gettings, and please stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
We thank God for having given us the opportunity to meet together here today, and we ask most humbly for a blessing of our gathering. Brighten our eyes with greater understanding, enrich our hearts with compassion and courage, and again receive our gratitude of this opportunity of fellowship. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to welcome you to City Hall for the City of Madison Heights. Tonight is a very special night where we swear in a new police chief to the City of Madison Heights and thank the outgoing police chief. So first up tonight is that presentation. Mr. Myers?
Yes, Your Honor, we have Judge Keith Hunt here today to administer the oath of office. And we would ask Deputy Chief Haynes to come forward, please.
Will you raise your right hand? Do you, Corey Haynes, solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and the Charter of the City of Madison Heights, that you will endeavor to secure and maintain an honest and efficient administration of the affairs of the City of Madison Heights, free from partisan control, and that you will faithfully fulfill the duties as Chief of Police during the term of your office, according to the best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Shaking his side. Okay. Chief Haynes, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I'd like to say a couple of words before I get to the other side of the podium here. First of all, I want to say thank you for everyone that's in attendance tonight, and thank you most for my family. For the last 24 years that it's taken to get to this point in my career, they have been a rock of support. My wife, my mom, and just all my family and my extended family. Further, I'm very humbled and just really don't have the words to say how much gratitude I have to the City of Madison Heights and to the citizens of the City of Madison Heights. And I will endeavor to do the best job in office that I possibly can. Thank you again for everything.
Also in attendance tonight is our outgoing police chief, Anthony Roberts. If you could please all recognize, would you please stand, Tony? I'd like to recognize you and thank you.
The two chiefs.
Oh. Yeah. Chief Roberts and Chief Haynes, could we please have a photograph with both of you? Would you mind coming up?
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a nice evening. Next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions? Hearing none, we'll move on to item A, business licenses, initial, temporary, and non-commercial. What's the wish of council?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Clark?
I'd make a motion to approve business license initial number 1, Hampton Inn, a hotel, and that is a change of ownership. Number 2, Bubbly Tub and Tan is a tanning and hot tub rental business. That is also a change of ownership.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Is there a second?
Your Honor?
Mr. Corbett?
Sir, I second.
Thank you, sir. Any discussion? The motion is to approve business license A1 Hampton Inn at 32420 Stevenson, and license A2 Bubbly Tub and Tan LLC at 3701 DeQuinder. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Both passed. Thank you. Next on the agenda is item B, public hearings. There are none tonight. So is there anything on the agenda that members of the audience would like to be brought forward at this time? Seeing none, we'll go to meeting open to the public. If you'd like to address City Council, please come to the podium. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes or less, and if you'd like, it's your option, give your name and address. Please.
My name's Gloria Moore. I live at 27368 Dartmouth. January is the time where we all think to ourselves, today is the first day of my life. And we're going to have everything start fresh and even better yet. Now, keeping this in mind, the Friends of the Madison Heights Area Senior Citizens, a 501c3 organization, is having its January meeting at Wilkinson at, that's January 19th on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And everyone is welcome. Snacks and beverages afterwards is on us. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Next, please.
Good evening, Mayor Hartwell, City Council. Doug McLean, 27432 Park Court, Madison Heights. I put some flyers on your table tonight to let you know about the upcoming Memorial Day fundraiser. It's going to be held at the Madison Place Hall at the Union Hall there at 876 Horace Brown Drive, 13th of February, if you can attend. If you can't, appreciate any donations that you can make towards the parade this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Would anyone else like to address City Council? Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Chet Grabowski, resident at 26355 Wolverine. I have to say congratulations. Congratulations is for winning and being our mayor. And I want to say congratulations to Councilman Giddings. I am glad that you are back here. I want to let you know that Chief Roberts has done an excellent job, and at times he went above and beyond. I'm going to miss him as Chief of Police, and believe me, for putting up with me, he did desire a retirement. I'm also happy that Chief Haynes is now in command. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Grabowski. Would anyone else like to address City Council?
Good evening, Jim Capizzo, 863 Vinoy. I kind of hate to be a downer, but that's what I planned to read tonight. Michigan gets F grade in 2015 state integrity investigation. This was done by the Center for Public Integrity at publicintegrity.org. It was in the Free Press a few weeks ago. They have an article that's interesting, very good, by Chad Zalewski on their website. You might want to read it. I will just read off the highlights here. Public access to information, Michigan's grade is F. Rank 42nd, political financing, grade F. rank 32nd, electoral oversight, grade B minus, rank 5th, executive accountability, grade F, rank 50th, legislative accountability, grade F, rank 50th, judicial accountability, grade F, rank 50th, state budget processes, grade B plus, rank 8th, state civil service management, grade F, rank 37th, procurement, grade F, rank 46th, internal auditing, grade C plus, rank 32nd, lobbying disclosure, grade F, rank 43rd, ethics enforcement agencies, grade F, rank 47th, state pension fund management, grade F, rank 50th. So I think the citizens of the state need to wake up and start paying more attention to their government. Thank you.
Mr. Capizzo, is that web address publicintegrity.org?
Publicintegrity.org. It was started by a former producer of 60 Minutes. I believe that's what he was.
Thank you, Mr. Capizzo. Thank you. Good night. Would anyone else like to address City Council tonight? Thank you. We'll move on. Next item on the agenda is communications. We have one report tonight, Oakland County Water Resource Commissioner, a resolution to authorize the issuance of refunding bonds for the GWK Drainage District.
Yes, Your Honor. The Oakland County Water Resources Commissioner's Office has requested Council to approve a resolution authorizing the county to issue Series 2016 drain refunding bonds to refund the outstanding George W. Kuhn Drainage District Series 2007 refunding bonds. The county anticipates the issuance of the bonds at the end of February and requires local governing body resolutions from the cities of Madison Heights, Oak Park, and Royal Oak, which have respective refunding portions greater than 10%. The estimated savings for Madison Heights as a result of the refunding is $57,417 over the next 8 years. Staff and I recommend approval of the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. What is the wish of City Council?
Your Honor.
Mr. Corbett?
So I move that the council approve the requested resolution in support of the issuance of refunding bonds on behalf of the George W. Kuhn Drainage District.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Gettings?
Second, please.
Thank you. Is there discussion on the motion? All in favor, there's a motion by Councilman Corbett, supported by Councilman Gettings, to approve the resolution in support to authorize issuance of refunding bonds of the GWK Drainage District. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Next on the agenda tonight are reports. We begin with D1 from the Deputy City Manager, a resolution and a trust document establishing a General Employees Retirement Health Care Fund.
In May of 2005, City Council approved a General Employees Retiree Health Care Fund to be established under Public Act 149 through the Municipal Employee Retirement System, or MERS, program. The proposed trust document will allow the trust to now be managed internally through a General Employees Retiree Health Care Trust Board, which will be comprised of the individuals who serve on the Act 345 Retiree Health Care Board for Police and Fire. The current internally managed Retiree Health Care Trust for Police and Fire has consistently outperformed the trust that is managed by MERS. The resolution and trust document have been reviewed and approved by the City Attorney and Special Pension Council and have been deemed acceptable by MERS, and there is no fee or penalty to make this change. Staff and I recommend approval of the resolution and trust document.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. What is the wish of council?
Mr. Mayor,
Ms. Scott, please.
I move to establish the General Employees Retirement Health Care Fund with a resolution and trust document.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Your Honor.
Mr. Bliss?
Support.
Thank you. Discussion from council? Thank you. There was a motion by Councilwoman Scott, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Bliss, to pass a resolution to, where are we? Pass a resolution and trust document establishing a General Employees Retirement Health Care Fund All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. Opposed, say no. Motion passes. The next report is item D2, report from the city manager for the fiscal year 2017 to 21, the 5-year capital improvement plan.
The city's financial policies indicate that the city will develop a multi-year plan for capital improvement purchases or projects costing more than $30,000, update the plan annually, and make all capital improvements in accordance with the plan. The capital improvement plan is presented to council early each year to allow the council and the public an opportunity to provide input during the early stages of the budget preparation process. Official approval of the capital improvement plan takes place in May when the budget is approved. Staff and I would recommend that council receive and file the fiscal year 2017 to 2021 capital improvement plan.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. What is the wish of council?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Corbett?
move that council receive and file the 5-year capital improvement plan as presented by staff.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Clark?
second.
Thank you. Any discussion? There's a motion by Councilman Corbett, seconded by Councilman Clark, moving to receive and file the 5-year capital improvement plan as presented by staff. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Thank you. Next on the agenda, items E, F, G, H. There's nothing for tonight. So we'll move on to adopting the minutes from the special city council meeting of December 14, 2015. What's the wish of council?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Clark?
I'd make a motion that the minutes of the special meeting of December 14th, 2015 be adopted as printed.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Your Honor.
Mr. Corbett?
Support, sir.
Any discussion? All in favor of adopting the minutes from the special city council meeting of 12/14/15, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. I'd like a motion to adopt the minutes from the regular meeting from 12/14/15.
Your Honor.
Mr. Corbett?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there support?
Support, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Gettings. Any discussion? All in favor of adopting the minutes from the regular city council meeting from 12/14/15, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Next on the agenda are appointments to boards and commissions. Does city council have any recommendations, any appointments?
Your Honor.
Mr. Corbett?
Sir, I move to reappoint Lee Hasho to the Charter Ordinance and Revision Committee. I believe the term 2 years, so that'd be to 1918, sir.
1918?
Yes, sir.
Is there a second for the nomination?
Mr. Mayor,
Mrs. Scott?
I second it.
Thank you. Any discussion on this nomination of Lee Hasho to the Charter Ordinance and Revision Committee? All in favor to appoint or reappoint Lee Hasho to the Charter Ordinance and Revision Committee, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Congratulations. Any other appointments, nominations?
Mr. Mayor,
Ms. Scott?
I would like to reappoint Martha Kehoe to the Historical Commission, 3-year term expiring 2/28/18.
Thank you. Is there support?
Support, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Gettings, thank you. Any discussion?
That would be 19.
Okay, so the motion is to appoint her until 2019?
Yes.
Okay. Is that right, Mr. Gettings?
Yes, sir.
Any further discussion? All in favor of appointing Martha Kehoe to the Historical Commission for a term to expire sometime in 2019, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. It passes. Thank you. Any other nominations?
Your Honor.
Mr. Corbett?
So I move to reappoint Mr. Oglesby and Ms. Kershaw to a slightly more definitive term. Both of them would be, their terms would be expiring February the 1st, 2019.
Is there a second? Support?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Clark?
second.
Any discussion? The motion is to appoint Cliff Oglesby and Francis Kirchhoff to the, which commission?
Zoning Board, sir.
Zoning Board of Appeals, terms to expire for both of them, February 1, 2019. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Congratulations, it passes. Any additional nominations tonight? Hearing none, we'll move on. There will be no executive session tonight, so we will, before we adjourn, I'd like to pass the gavel to City Council for closing comments. We'll begin with Councilman Bob Corbett.
Just to wish everybody a happy new year and a bright and prosperous 2016. And any remaining time I have, I'll donate to my friend Councilwoman Scott, who I'm sure has a few things. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Bliss.
Yes, Your Honor. Two quick things. Number one, I'd like to congratulate Chief Haynes. I think he's going to do a phenomenal job. The thing that's made our city great over these decades, now in our 60th anniversary year, has been that we've always had one foot steeped in history and tradition and another foot in innovation and forward thinking. And I don't think that there's anybody who would embody that better in our police department than Chief Haynes, and so I'm really excited to see what he does with it. Also, if you'd be willing, Your Honor, I spoke last meeting about the wonderful partnership that Madison School District had with Google. And I tried my best to articulate what it was all about, but seeing as how Superintendent Speck and School Board President Morrison are sitting in our audience, if you'd be willing, I'd love to have them come up for a couple minutes and share what that partnership's all about and highlight that program, because I think it's a really excellent thing that's happening in our city.
If you'd like to put him on the spot, I'd invite Superintendent Randy Speck to the podium. Happy New Year, sir. Welcome back to City Council chambers.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to be here. Yeah, I appreciate it. Just real quick, we are part of a small group of schools throughout the state who are part of a partnership with Google. It's really through also the Michigan Film and Digital Office, and it's kind of some cool stuff. It's called Google CS First. CS stands for Computer Science. The statewide launch is going to be January 28th, and a group of our students are going to be in Lansing at the Breslin Center to be a part of this statewide launch. And basically what it is, through grades, from grades 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, we have some pretty cool new computer science classes and software. All of this is being done in partnership with Google. They've provided us with software, they've provided us with some hardware, and the kids have jumped in. Our elementary kids are already starting to create animation and storytelling and gaming type software programs using some really cool coding stuff that Google has provided for us. So we're really excited about it. It's one of about 28 partnerships we have this year with outside organizations working with us in the school district from elementary, middle school, and high school. And the Google partnership is really cool. So I appreciate that, Councilman Bliss, and let me talk about it.
Thanks.
Didn't even have to take my jacket off.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you, Mr. Speck.
I said about 20% of that, I think, last meeting, so.
Great. Anything else, Mr. Bliss?
That's it, Your Honor. Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Gettings?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. Just like to congratulate Chief Corey Haynes. He's worked very hard to get where he is, and tip our hats to Chief Roberts. He's also done an excellent job, and he'll be missed quite a bit. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Sherman?
Pretty much the same comments, Mr. Mayor, previously made, congratulating Deputy Chief Haynes, now Chief Haynes, who will be taking over at the end of the month. People didn't realize we had some retired Madison Heights police officers in the audience. We had a large crowd who were here to see Chief Haynes swearing in. So I'm sure when he's back, his fan club will be back with him. And I mentioned at the last meeting how in the 24 years that Chief Haynes has spent working in the city of Madison Heights for the police department, he's held just about every position in the department. What I didn't mention was he goes to law school at night, and he's one of the top law students in his law school. So he's a jack of all trades, and I know he'll do a great job as our new chief. And same comments relating to Chief Roberts, done an outstanding job. He will be missed, and we wish him well in his retirement. Happy New Year to all.
Thank you. Mr. Myers?
Yes, Your Honor. I also want to thank Chief Roberts for his many years of dedicated service. I too am looking forward to working with Chief Haynes. I thought the Mayor Pro Tem's characterization was spot on. And Happy New Year. That's it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Prince?
No comments, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Clark, any comments this evening?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the Madison Heights Senior Center has a new publisher that's putting out the Madison Heights Scoop. If you look through it, it'll keep you interested in just the color and everything in there. Now, if you would like, lunch is served at 12 noon, Monday through Friday. Meals cost $3.50, are low in salt and meet RDA guidelines. If you would like, there's on the back is a menu for every day of the month. So if you would like to go and have lunch, they will give you a tour also of the building and things you can do. Things to do, there's 19 pages of things that you can do. So come down and take a look at it.
Mr. Clark, I think what's great about that is the senior center used to charge $2 or $3 for that publication, but now it's free based on ad revenue. So if someone wants it delivered to their house, who should they call or who should they speak to?
It actually came down in price.
Came down in price.
It's $1 a copy, and if you want it for the full year, it's only $9.
Oh, okay.
So it's well worth the money.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Clark. Mrs. Scott?
Yes, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody for this being the first meeting of 2016. We have some exciting things that are coming up very soon, but I'll take care of business first. That is the 60th anniversary trivia quiz for Madison Heights, which ended in December, but you didn't get the answer yet. And the question was, and I hope that these two gentlemen out here will be able to answer this question. Which two gentlemen graduated from Madison High School and achieved national fame as wrestlers, one as a teenager and one in his adult life? And your choices were A, Kyle Gerald and his grandfather Monty Geralds, B, Jim Myers and his younger brother Jack Myers, C, Bob Gettings and Ken Dallafor, or was it D, Bernie Gonzalez and Jim Myers? Can I ask the two gentlemen what the correct answer is? Good, they got it right. And speaking of that, if you come to our grand reopening of our Madison Heights Heritage Rooms, you will be able to see some of the accomplishments that our sports people in Madison Heights have done. And of course, we want anybody to contribute any photos or stories that they have. That's an ongoing thing. But on January 19th, which is a Tuesday, we will be reopening officially to the city, and it is located now in City Hall. So it's going to be a lot of convenience available. We have a handicap access, so you will enter the elevator that is on ground level, just to the north of the building, which faces the police station, and you come down there, press the button to go down one level. We're on the lower level, and then follow the signs. We've been working very hard down there for the last couple months, getting everything ready for our grand event. And we are going to have a red carpet opening, thanks to Linda Williams, who has got a 20-foot red carpet for you to walk onto in order to come and see our museum. So we're very appreciative of everything that the city has done for us. We're on our way to great standards we've never met before, and I think we're going to have a great year, so I hope everybody can come by. We will be announcing very soon when you'll be able to come by during regular hours, and remember that there's usually a member of the commission that would love to escort you on your own private tour. So come anytime and stay as long as you like. You can call the library and get your information on when you would like to come over. But we thank again the city and also the Madison schools. Thank you for our humble beginnings there. It was all thanks to you that we proved to Ben that we could do a good job. So we've got a lot of help from the city and our commission, so we're very excited about opening. We'll hope you all be there. and that is January 19th from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night with a ribbon cutting at 4:30. Thank you.
Mr. Soltis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to first thank everybody that well, first of all, we provided Christmas dinner for the police officers on all 3 shifts, and then the fire department, because they have 1 shift, we did one dinner for them. So I want to thank everybody that was involved in it. Lori Geralds was immensely helpful. Mary Bush, she provided the dinner for the fire department. Betty Ross Restaurant provided an enormous amount of food for the police, and then Leo's Country Oven. So they did a fabulous job. I couldn't help eat it myself, but we were there every 3 shifts. We served out the dinner. It was a gourmet meal, and you know, it was just a small token to our appreciation for all they did, that they do, especially on Christmas. Like I mentioned before, you know, I worked Christmas and stuff, and I understand that, you know, they're working away from their families and stuff, so I think they really enjoyed it, and I'm really appreciative of all the volunteers that helped out. And congratulations to the new chief, Corey, and the retiring chief, Roberts. We all appreciate everything they've done. And I just want to quickly give my 2 cents on an issue that came up regarding gun ownership issue. Real quick, I think the president was wrong. I don't think his executive order was justified or effective. I watched the town hall meeting, was real curious why he drew an analogy between public health safety, where he mentioned pill bottles for children needed to be, that's a good thing. I wasn't sure if he was drawing an analogy between gun owners and children, but, and then he used the example about having an unreputable gun salesman pull up in some urban city and then open his trunk and selling guns to 13-year-old kids. You know, I was a little curious about that. I mean, to me, where's the parents? You know, what happened to personal responsibility? But anyhow, I think regardless of his intent and those that follow him, it's not going to have the impact he thinks. But that's my 2 cents. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Welcome back, everyone. I think it's going to be an exciting new year for the city and for all of us professionally and personally. There will be a lot of challenges financially for the city, but we have a great staff on our financial team to help get us through it. I was really impressed that the city council hosted a goal session at the end of last year to reassert our policy vision for the city. But for those of you who didn't get a chance to read tonight's 5-year capital improvement plan, take another look at it. It'll be on the agenda. But that's the nuts and bolts of the big city purchases. It's our 5-year plan to rebuild our roads. It's our 5-year plan of all the city vehicles we intend to purchase, all of the city computers. If you want to see where the biggest expenses go, take a look at the 5-year capital improvement plan. I know Mayor Pro Tem Bliss has talked about this for years. It's really important that we have these long-term budget documents. And we're looking 5 years into the future and planning those major expenses. And that helps. It definitely helps keep our credit rating up, but it just keeps our departments and our residents informed on what we have to look forward to. Also concur with all the other sentiments. Big tip of the cap to Chief Anthony Roberts and our new police chief, Corey Haynes, both men and family men who live in the city of Madison Heights, which is very important to me as the mayor to see some of our own rising to the top ranks. It's always exciting. But I really want to welcome Al Morrison from the Madison District School Board and Superintendent Randy Speck. It's nice to see you at many of our council meetings and city events. And I'm really glad that I have been included in some of the email chains to see interesting events going on in the district. Just got an email about a lift-a-thon where the football players will be doing bench presses, and whoever can lift the most weights will hopefully raise more money. It all goes to a great cause. But it's nice to have good partners. With that, we'll close tonight's meeting, and Happy New Year. Here's to a good 2016.